This is my video for our reading on ethic relativism. And essentially, as we've been going into ethics and things like that, we've kind of had to discuss the meaning, or where people derive meaning from, because obviously wherever they derive meaning from, that is going to affect their thought process and their subsequent actions. So we've been going into ethics as kind of the rubric for people's thought processes and their actions. First and foremost, the caveat to ethics would be that of ethnocentrism. Anthropologists tell us that ethnocentrism is a person's looking at their society's culture, their worldview, as the best. So usually if I'm an American and I'm looking at an Iraqi's worldview or their culture, it's going to be obviously different from mine. I'm going to think mine is obviously better because that's the one that makes sense. And so you see a bunch of behavior that doesn't make sense to you. You think that that's could be amoral, it could be less important than yours, and that really there's a ethical relativism. The theory came between two theories of moral absolutism. On one hand, that says that there's a right way, regardless of culture, creed, nationality, to do things. Yet on the other hand, there's moral relativism, that there is none, that's highly relative on the situation, the individuals, things present. So with ethical relativism, I understand that there's no universally valid moral principles, that they're all relative to our cultures. There are two aspects of ethical relativism. The first being diversity, the diversity theory, saying that moral rules differ from society to society. We know in some societies we eat with utensils, others we eat with our hands. Being from America, I might look at cultures eating with their hands as savage. That's going back to my ethnocentric worldview. There are also another thesis in ethical relativism is that of dependency. This thesis says individual acts are right or wrong based on the nature of the society. So behavior being right or wrong is dependent on how the society looks at it. Now these constitute ethical relativism, that my behavior, my actions are contingent upon outside sources around my society. We know that different cultures have different ways of doing things, yet they all have the similar respects. They just have different ways of going about and accomplishing those goals, of getting those respects. Now there's a problem, because ethical relativism can push someone into moral subjectivism. And that's basically saying there's so many factors that go into a person's weighing their ethics, the society around them, the situation. So really there's a criticism or judgment upon someone's ethics is totally not logically possible, because there's too many factors going on to explain that other people can weigh. On the other hand of that, there's also conventionalism, which says that moral principles within a society are justified by the virtue of the acceptance by that culture. We've had law, U.S. codified law, some of the laws have been here since our founding fathers wrote them. Even some of the laws predated our founding fathers. And so they are conventional to us. They work, they have value in our society, and so we hold to them. One thing I don't agree with in moral relativism or ethical relativism is that one can take this too far. I believe that there's moderation in all things, but one can take ethical relativism too far and say that anything goes. That we can go off in the depths of nihilism and say whatever actions are good, and I don't believe that is true. But that is one definite problem that I see with ethical relativism. And that's my video. Thank you.